Should we start the drive series, the drive video? How long is it until the next one?
Welcome back to LCS opening day for Game 3. FlyQuest and Shopify Rebellion.
I was born in Iraq, the city Baghdad, in 2004. I think that is just around the year where the war started. Like, I was only a year old before we left. Yeah, all my extended family, like my grandparents, my uncles, my cousins, they all stayed in Iraq. So it was a tough decision. Whenever I think about the sacrifices my parents made, I feel like I have to push myself forward whenever I make a goal, no matter how like tired I would feel or no matter how much I feel like it was unachievable. Just because whenever I remember how much was sacrificed for me to even have the opportunity, it would feel like a slap in the face to half-ass my effort.
We head on to the Rift for Game 3 of our opening weekend.
ماما بابا يلا بسرعة اللعبة بدأت يلا يلا.
Oh, that's what yella yella means. Okay, I've heard that before.
يوسف قوم من هناك يا يوسف.
لا
الله عليك. قوم مكاني هذا.
Damn, everyone's got the FlyQuest gear.
FlyQuest, are they in trouble at this point? Doesn't find Busio, gets clipped, the shockwave into the onwards, a lot of damage into the kick. Wall Turtle is forced to flash. He tries to come in, but it's a little too late. If he goes down, there's going to be payout to the side of FlyQuest.
FlyQuest was ready for that
The
one.
last defense will not be made by Shopify Rebellion, and it is FlyQuest opening weekend day with a statement win.
New year, new FlyQuest, and they are taking their time with this one.
My name is Fahad Abdulmalik. I'm the ADC for FlyQuest, and some people know me as Massu.
It's a jammer.
هلا يا ولد.
مبروك.
اوفا
شكرا عمري.
افتح الكاميرا.
هلا وحبيبي مبروك.
اهلا
مبروك يا بلد بعفي عليك.
يعني عفي عليكم.
حبيبي.
بالبداية يعني فززتونا، احنا قلنا راحت اللعبة.
ايه يعني ما عرفنا شنو نسوي.
We didn't know what we were doing.
لا المهم رجعت والمهم يعني بالضبط. المهم يعني استعدتوها حبيبي.
You did very well. So happy.
شكرا قلبي.
حبيبي.
حياتي.
عفي عليك يا بلد.
This is my rookie year, and it's been a pretty insane roller coaster, I would say. I did feel like pretty homesick for the first while because it was my first time living alone. I'm like so used to hearing my like dad stomp around the house or like hearing my siblings say stupid stuff. I was kind of just getting used to living alone and having nobody there to kind of take care of me as well. So visiting home was a nice few days.
اهلا شو كنت جيت؟ بعد ليش ما تقول لي انا اطلق من المطار؟
All my like ethics and manners come from the like closely knitted culture in Iraq, which I didn't get to experience directly in the country, but I got to live it through my family, of course. So I don't really remember anything at all, other than like stories that I've heard from my sister, brother, or my dad or mom.
It's always nice to have these old pictures with you. But
Was this grandma's house?
yep. So we would spend a lot of our time in our grandmother's house whenever us and our cousins would all come together. That was before the war, so everything was still like relatively peaceful. The neighborhood itself like was very friendly.
Do you remember when we had the PlayStation 2 and then we had a shared room?
Mm-hmm.
At first it was Yusuf and I, and then it was you and I. Do you remember?
Yeah.
And then we just played on the carpet.
Yeah.
I still remember. It was like a cartoon dinosaur carpet.
That's where we first had started gaming with us. I'd get stuck on a mission for like an hour with many of these puzzle games. I would just I'd be able to solve something, and then he would just do it himself and then teach me how to do it. So yeah. In these pictures, Fahad was so
Damn, a natural gamer.
1 year old. Yeah.
That's when our dad had his accident, and that's Fahad in his lap, and then Yusuf and I.
At the time, they told me it was an accident. Mom and dad just did their best to make us feel like everything is normal, everything is fine.
My dad and mom would like play it off as something not too serious, as to not scare the kids. But you know, now that they tell the stories, they realize that like sometimes like a close neighborhood would get bombed, or
Oh my god.
sometimes you know like something very dangerous could happen close to them. My dad told me a little bit about when he got into a accident because he was a victim of like a kidnapping attempt, and I am not sure why he was like why those people wanted to kidnap him. It might have been because of his profession as a doctor, or it might have been just for a ransom.
It was a conflict time in Iraq. On February 9th, 2005, at morning time, while on my way home, I realized after a while there's two cars. First it was one car, and after I realized two cars were trying to stop me. And that specific time, the kidnap was on the top of the situation there. I swear of the God, I never surrender, because you and your family gonna be in a torture way. So I accelerated in a crazy way. I hit one of the cars and accelerated to run away.
Holy fuck, wait, his dad is a badass. What the fuck?
And after that, the second car
Wait, Massu's dad is just him or what?
stayed after me. I couldn't stop my car. The traffic was stopped there. So I rolled over for 4 times. I just hit a car in the front of me. I still remember that car because it was the last flashing before the accident. It was Dodge red color. With that accident, I think they left me. The car totally smashed. I had an injury to my left knee, but I'm lucky that I'm still alive. And that's why I have a special relationship with Fahad, because I stayed for 9 months, 8 months at home. Usually the closest one to me was Fahad. I'm blessed because of him. He was just 2 months old at that time.
Damn.
It wasn't safe anymore to stay, especially for the kids. Today it happened with me, tomorrow they're gonna try again, and even for one of the kids. So it was difficult to stay. That's why we decided to leave.
On one side, I feel really lucky that I got a chance to grow up without having to worry about, the implications of the war. And then the other part where it's like, I feel pretty terrible for what they had to go through.
I left my childhood, memory, a lot of friends, families. I remember till now when my father, God bless his soul, when he told me, we have only one son. We don't want to lose you. Just go out. Just go out. It's a conflict period of time. Just go out. We don't know what's going on. So it was against my wishes. I decided to go and to take...
Yeah, I like his dad. His dad seems like a real one.
My kids, my wife, to a better life, to say I am lucky because I had a lot of them. They couldn't have that chance. It was a very difficult time.
What he wanted for me in the end was like just a secure future. So then, of course, when he heard the idea of playing video games for a living, it was like hard for him to even believe it.
Yeah, hell no, bro. If I went through all that shit and then my son comes to me like, hey, I want to just bank it all on video games. If I came from that, I would, bro, I would never, I would never accept it.
The opportunity of this, it's like something I was working pretty consistently towards. It's something that my friends and my brother also pushed me towards. I know it was one that I could only get once.
As an academic family, we wished him to be like, as his parents, to be a physician or whatever academic, but I couldn't stop in his way.
He's like, Dad, you said you wanted me to be an academic, and I'm joining FlyQuest Academy. XDD.
So I sat with him. I saw that passion and love in his eyes when he's talking about League of Legends. For sure, I was zero knowledge. I have no background on what's the meaning of League of Legends. When he started to explain for me, Yusuf explained more. I said, so you love it? You want it? He said, I love it. I want to go for it. At that time, I stopped. I realized because maybe if I affecting him by my decision, maybe he's gonna lose both.
His dad is wise, you can
sides.
tell.
I never thought I'd like leave home this early, and especially because in like Arab culture, the kids like even once they start working, they stay home for a while. When I was a kid, I would always tell them like,
you know what? I kind of want to finish this over. Yeah, draft. We'll just go straight into game. We'll analyze draft once everything's in there.
Leave you? Like
I
always
finish this video. It's a
stay
good
around
video.
and take care of you guys. He said because of how much you said that, he was sure I was gonna leave first.
Usually when we live together as a family. Whenever we keep as a member of 5. We never separated. He was the first child to left home, which we never used to. All of a sudden,
can he be my dad?
Fahad, he's not in his room, so it was
True,
very
chat.
difficult time for, yeah. Now he is there. Like it was shock for the whole family, but I was so happy for him. I am so proud of him. We are so proud of him. So yes, I have to say that I am lucky that even if I can say it's a sacrifice that we made, me and mom, to reach them to a better life, now we are gaining what we planned for.
Where you going, my brown-eyed son? You used to crawl, but now you run.
Massu now takes a step forward.
You started off on a road half dark.
He's looking, he cleanses it! Look!
Yeah, cut the tape right there because that was a play. He should have flashed. He actually could have lived there.
Massu makes sure he gets the ball. Oh! He cut the tape, Flowers! The new kids are rocking Cloud9!
But Massu is fighting out. Massu is still alive.
And it's a triple! Heading on over to Massu!
It's just no matter what I do, just make sure that my parents didn't do and go through everything they went through for nothing. I just really wanted to make a vow to myself to try my hardest to not make their sacrifices go to waste.
All right, big. That was a good video. It's a good drive. Beat the shit out of my drive. Dude, you know when they did my drive, they did a drive video on me, right? They took me for a full day. This is like, you know, like with LCS schedule, you get 1 day off a week. But back when I was a player, you pretty much had to do sponsor obligations on that Monday. So instead of doing sponsor obligations, I went for 6 hours with them to a batting cage, and they wanted to like the story to be about like how I grew up as like a baseball player and how I, you know, eventually became a league player. I had experiences on a team in baseball and that prepared me for being a competitive esports player, right? Whatever. That was the idea behind my drive episode. And then we spent 6 hours filming and whatever. And then they called me 3 days later, and they're like, actually, Bunny Fufu's video was like all about basketball. We don't want every single one to be about like sports. So we're just going to scrap all that footage and we have to just do it again another day. That was what they did, bro. Can't believe it. I just wasted a bunch of fucking time.